This man has been such a staple in our culture. My mother, for one, only refers to him as Sheriff Troy, but some of you may know him as Jimmy Ruffin. You may know him as Will Brown, and even the most recent Jacob Greenleaf. Please welcome Lamman Rucker. Hi, Lamman. How you doing today?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm awesome. You look like you've been real refreshed in this virus while we've been sitting at home.
Listen, that's a mental game in and of itself. So hopefully I always look like that. I try to, but
I mean, you do.
yeah,
You do.
it's not a game though. It's
Right.
it takes a lot of real intentional focus sometimes to keep to stay on top of the game. But you gotta stay positive, man.
Absolutely.
Stay positive no matter what.
So, Lamman, you've been in the industry for such a long time and you've kept yourself relevant and you stayed consistent through it all. What do you think you owe your success to?
Really understanding that though, even some of the key words that you mentioned are important. I think a lot of people also want to get somewhere like really fast, and I've learned if you want to get there fast, go alone. But if you want to get there and stay there, and if you want to actually do something significant, um, you know, bring people with you. Go with the plan. Go with a strong value system. With a strong sense of character and integrity and purpose, and even having a healthy relationship with yourself as well as with other people. Right. I think. What's really helped me and sustained me is really just having my value system in place, man. Taking care of myself, taking care of my body, taking care of my mind, my spirit. Not getting in this business for the attention, for the fame, for money, stuff like that. Funny enough, all that stuff has come secondary to making sure I'm going about it the right way and for the right reasons. So I really love what I do. I love being alive. I love embracing the creative gifts and the other, opportunities and responsibilities that I have. I embrace the responsibility, and I don't take that lightly. So, I just think I've been fortunate. I've been
Mm-hmm.
lucky, but I've got great training, got incredible people behind me. Come from beautiful people, connected to beautiful people. I'm a Black man, so I'm connected to, you know, endless, centuries of greatness and legacy and rich heritage and culture and spirit. So I just do my best to walk in all of that, accept everything that comes along with it. Don't squander it, um, and have some respect for myself and where I come from, and respect for the craft.
Yes.
What I'm doing and who I'm supposed to serve. So I think that's really what's really kept me in a good place and allowed me not only have access to good opportunity, but even to be prepared for it.
Yeah.
Equipped for it to receive it, and then once you receive it, you know what to do with it.
Yes, I absolutely love that. And I know you mentioned, having a good team around you. And so you have a good team around you who got you on this show, Greenleaf. Okay. And we all
That's
just
right.
recently said farewell to Greenleaf with their post finale
Oh man.
special. After five whole seasons, how do you think Greenleaf has impacted the Black community? And are you sad to see it go?
Oh wow. I'm incredibly sad to see it go. But similar to your first question, really, another thing that I tried to stand very firm on that I'm glad I learned also a long time ago, that it's quality over quantity, right? So as sad as I am to see this show go away, I'd much prefer to have five quality
Mm-hmm.
seasons, high quality seasons, than to have seven or eight and to have like the other two or three be like, I mean, they probably wouldn't have been that because we're kind of dope. But but at the same time, that happens,
Yeah.
especially when businesses, because this is an industry, and when some shows go about things strictly about the money, or it's all about people just wanting to keep their jobs, or they get comfortable, or the advertising dollars are there, or you know what I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
promotion and the attention, and you know is there. So I definitely think we had a couple still very strong years, you know, ahead of us had we continued to tell this story some more. But you know, I'm incredibly encouraged by it because I know how powerful it's been. I mean, the way it has
Yes.
spoken to people of all races. Um, I think it also speaks to the fact that even as Black people and as a Black family being the cornerstone of this program, that we are universal. We can speak to and identify with, you know, people all over the world, not just, you know, the African diaspora, right? We know that as Black folks, we're all over the globe too. And we've got a huge international following as well. But there's so many people, even people who have come up to me and they're such huge fans of the show. They don't look nothing like me, you know? And even though being well aware that even the OWN network is really targeted to women, there's countless men who have come
Yeah.
up to me over the years who love this show. And I think that has everything to do with not just the writing, but it has also everything to do with the men who are on the show, understanding that we're assets too, that, you know, and we're here to also to speak our truth and to understand that when we do that in alignment with how, you know, how wonderful the women are all around us, you know, on the show and all the way through our leadership, all the way up to the top to Oprah, you know, right?
Yes.
As well, that incredible things can happen when we all work together, we all serve each other, we all support each other, and we tell the truth. As uncomfortable as it is, I think that's really what this show has also been about, having the courage to tell the truth. And it was really tough for people to accept us speaking about the church environment, right, the way we have. But that's also what's elevated this show, is people have been thankful that we talked about the church in the way that we have, that we talked about Black family the way we have, that we talked about God the way we have, that we talked about spirituality and sexuality and parenthood and you know, suicide and all the things that we've dealt with, you know, infidelity, you know, rape, molestation, and you know, all these things that unfortunately are the truth of
Yeah.
many families. So no matter what your station, no matter what your race, culture, gender, you know, identification or whatever, like these things impact everybody in some form or fashion. They are connected to every story, every family in some form or fashion. So let's not be afraid to tell the truth. If we want to live healthy lives, if we want to live lives of love and you know, and light, you know what I'm saying? Like if God's really going to be able to be present within you, you got to tell the truth. You got to come to God with the truth. However you see God too. This is, like I said, it's a universal conversation. However you see God, you know, have a relationship and do your best to make sure that relationship is coming from a pure place and it's not seduced by, you know, power and money and sex and control and all these other things, because it completely clouds the spirit, it clouds the message, and it will and you're going to pay the price, you know. So it's better to tell the truth, do it from a pure place, make sure God is at the, you know, center of what you do, and if you do so, then like, you know, like Pop says, you know, Bishop says, it should just be, you know, dripping with love, you know,
Yes.
to the best of your ability. So I think that's the kind of impact, and those are the kind of principles, and you know, that's the kind of impact that it is really spoken to and had for a lot of people all over the place.
And I think a lot of people, you know, gain, like you said, a lot of people have gained so much from this show, and I'm sad to see it go. Like I said, we heard about a little spinoff, but I'm not gonna ask you too much about that.
Hey, I don't
I'm
know nothing about it. Like, you know, like I wish I did, but you know, I don't know anything about it.
Well, we're looking
Other
forward
than
to
the
it.
same tease that y'all got,
Well,
which was
we're hoping that it'll come out. We'll see how it works.
hey, I hope I'm in it. You
I
know, if
hope
y'all
so
want me in
too.
it, make sure y'all tell them y'all gotta have Jacob in the spinoff. You
Yes,
gotta have Jacob in
gotta
the
have
spinoff.
Jacob.
I need y'all to fight for me. Pray for me. Pray for Jacob, man. You know, pray that he stays in the story.
Yes, and I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. You've done an amazing job on Greenleaf, and you've done an amazing job in your career overall. So thank you so much for joining us today, Lamman. I loved our
My
chat.
pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. So thanks so much for the love. Thanks for tuning in. You know, stay tuned. You can catch us, pretty much everywhere. I think Greenleaf comes to Netflix in
September.
September.
Yep, I saw that.
I'm always out and about, staying active in the community. We've got some really powerful projects in development. So, movie called This Love Wins, Albert and Paul. Got my nonprofit, The Black Gents. At Lamman Rucker on IG, official, and at Lamman Rucker on Twitter, Facebook. So just stay in touch, man. Continue to be part of the community. Wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, please continue to lift me up. And don't be afraid to come out here and get your hands dirty, and have some fun. But thanks for watching. Appreciate you tuning in.
Thank you so much,
Thanks for
Lamman,
having me
for
with you
joining
today.
us.
Yeah, I appreciate it. My pleasure.